Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of The Outsiders, and as you can tell by the title, we're going to be teaching the newer guys and girls in steelhead fishing how to properly float fish creeks like this over here. So, first off, let's start with our rod and reel. Now, when you're choosing a rod, I usually like to go for a medium action rod anywhere between 9.6 and 11.6. Personally, this one right here, it's the Lamiglas X11 and it's 11.6 and it's a medium action. Now I prefer the medium action rods because I've used ultralight before, and with the ultralight, when you hook a fish, sometimes it's hard to pull the fish out of the hole, which would in turn spook the other fish in the hole, making it harder to catch more fish from the hole here. And and on the other end of the spectrum, heavy, it doesn't really give you that action you're looking for. When you hook in the fish, you don't really get as good of a fight like the medium rod because you could feel all the head shakes, and with the heavy rod, not so much head shakes on there. And for my reel, what I'm using here is called a center pin. It's basically a reel with no drag system, so when I hold my fingers on there, nothing happens, but when I release my fingers, the line goes off the reel, and this allows you to have a perfect drift on the water because you could just, without having to constantly open and close like a spinning bail, you could just, it just spins and your bait goes the same speed as the water, which the fish really like. And if you're not into the center pins, you could also use bait caster rods. It essentially has no drag when the bail's open. And you could also use spinning rod if you're into that too. You would just have to keep flicking open the bail. And for the line I use Blood Run, and this is 12-pound monofilament. And what monofilament allows you to do is easily mend your line off the water. You could easily lift it up just like that, as opposed to fluorocarbon. If you're using fluorocarbon, the line would sink, which would pull your float under, which would cause you to have a false bobber down when it's really not a fish. Alright, so now we got the rod, reel, and the line. We go down to our float right here. Now what I'm using is a 6.2 gram Blood Run float, and it's a fast medium float. And in my backpack I always carry extra sizes of floats too, depending on if the creek you're fishing is low and clear. You might want to downsize to maybe a 4.2 gram float, or if it's stained and the flow is high, you might want to upsize to maybe a 8 or 11 gram float. And this right here on the float is called surgical tubing. I got this straight from Blood Run too. So you basically thread it on your monofilament line, and you thread the bottom one too. Let me actually show you this. This allows you to easily change your float. So I got the float right here. I'm just inserting the bottom part of the stem into the bottom one, and the top part of the stem into the top one, and then pulling it tight so it's in line with the line. And as you can see, it says 6.2 gram float. What that means is it'll take 6.2 grams to get the float like that on the water. And what this does is when the fish strike, they feel less resistance, so they won't get spooked. And then after our float and surgical tubing, we have scattered split shot. So this biggest one here, I believe it's called SSG, which is 1.6 grams. And then I forget the lettering of this one, but it's 0.8, and we got about 3 of those. And then we got a 0.4, 0.4, and then this will bring us to our snap swivel and tippet ring. Now usually people just like to put a normal barrel swivel, but what I like to do is put this tippet ring right here and a snap swivel. Now what this allows you to do is you can easily remove your leader like that. And what I have over here, come on, follow me here. I've got a whole bunch of leaders tied up with different baits, so when it's cold in the winter, you don't have to try to tie a knot. So I'll just take another one of these off of here and then snap it back on the swivel. All right, so we got the float, we got the split shot, we got the tippet ring and barrel swivel next to our leader. Now right here, I'm running an 8-pound leader to my 1 yarn egg, and then on this yarn egg, I got tied a 6-pound leader to the green one. Now, when using a leader, you always want to go from highest to lowest, because if you ever get snagged, you're just going to break off this bottom bead, so you only have to retie the little part and it won't snap off your whole rig. And the leader is also fluorocarbon, which sinks in the water and is less visible than monofilament, so it's more stealthy and the fish are less likely to see it. Alright, so let's run it back one more time. We got our medium action rod. I use the Landglass X11. And we got our center pin right here, spooled up with Blood Run 12-pound mono to our float, which is a Blood Run 6.2 gram float, scattered split shot down to our tippet ring, and then attached to the tippet ring is the snap swivel, and then the snap swivel is our leader right here. And normally on low and clear days, you want to have your leader a little longer, so what I've got right here is about 2 foot, which is practically perfect. And sometimes what you'll notice is with the longer leader, your baits will kick back up. That's why I put some more split shot on the leader line too. So that's my setup right here. So we're gonna get fishing and see if we catch any fish right now. So get back to you if we get any. Got our first fish on of the day. Oh yeah, it's looking like a chromer too. Tell you, Colin's down the creek a little way, so I don't think he can see me. So it's just me fighting this fish for now. Come on now. We've been fishing forever too, and we couldn't even get one to bite. This is the first bite of the whole day. Just trying to get my camera out real quick. Oh, he's dogging me too. This seems like a real chromer. Oh yeah. Come on now. Oh yeah. Whoa, doggy. Come on now. Let's get him in. Let's get him in. Yeah, finally. About time. About time we get hooked up to one. There we go. All right, guys. First fish of the day, man, and let me tell you, we've been grinding it out forever just to get one bite, and there she is. How about that, man? Nice. You know, a semi-chrome, not too chrome, but we'll take anything we can get about today. The water looks pretty good, but surprisingly, we didn't get any. Send her off. She'll be ready right away. There she goes. Swim, girl, swim. All right. And guys, too, this was probably our last hole we were going to try for the day, so hopefully we can pull at least a couple more out of here before the day ends, because we've been struggling today. But we threw everything. We threw woolly buggers, threw the one I just caught it on right here. Nothing special. Little swim bait. We threw egg sacs, fly eggs, beads, and nothing all day, but finally got it to bite on this, so I'm gonna keep on fishing and see if there's any more in this hole. Alright guys, and that's gonna wrap up the video for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned something new. And that's also another lesson for this video. As you can see today, only caught one fish. Sometimes that's how it goes. There's days where you get double digits, days where you'll get one or two, and there's days where you'll get nothing. So you gotta keep trying for the fish, man. They're not gonna come to you. You gotta go get them. Persistence is key. You gotta keep trying new baits. If something's not working, change it. Maybe change floats, maybe change leader size, and yeah. So if you guys have any other questions about my setup, just leave them down below and I'll be sure to answer them. And that's gonna wrap up the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you in the next episode.